Hello everyone, my name is Damien, and in this video I'm going to show you everything you need to know about how to set up, troubleshoot, and service your snare drum. In this video I'll be demonstrating these tips on these three different models to better help you understand your own model. The only tool you will need is the drum key. As you can see here, snares come in a variety of different shapes, styles, and materials. But the one thing that stays the same are the components that make up a snare drum. So first, let's take a look at that. So, let's look at the components. We have the batter head, the snare head, tension rods, throw off, or the strainer, strainer screw adjustment, hoops, the snares themselves, and the mount. Let's cover the two different skins. The batter head is very different from the snare head. The batter head is usually several plies and much thicker than the snare head, so never attempt to strike the snare head to make sure you don't damage it. Next, we have the hoops and tension rods. Here we have a snare with 10 tension rods and a snare that only has 8. This doesn't mean one is cheaper or more expensive. The only difference between the 10 and the 8 is simply for more advanced tunings, but we will only cover the basics in this video. These rods are in charge of keeping the tune of the batter head. Please check out my video on basic drum tuning for beginners for further assistance on how to utilize these components. Now for the most important components of the snare drum, the snare and strainer. This assembly is what creates the snappy pop and bang that you hear when you strike the batter head. These snares vibrate and shake when the pressure from the batter head interferes with the snare head. This is the strainer. Here we have 3 different models that all achieve the same thing: to create tension and loosen the snares. And this is just to basically have the snares contact the snare head. And if these are completely disengaged, they sound a lot like toms more than snare drums. Now we can play around with the strainer adjustment screw to find our desired settings. Tighter snares will give you a sharp, quick snap. And looser snares will give you a more washy, resonating snare. I recommend you play with the settings with the strainer into the on position to save time. Tighten and loosen it to find your preferred sound. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any further questions, please ask your instructor for help or reach out to one of our staff. We are happy to assist.